So hello everyone. Today again we will do the preamble of the Constitution. Earlier we did the chapter, that is the lecture on the Indian polities and Laxmikant's preamble of the Constitution. Now we will do uh, the questions of the M. Laxmikant. All right, the questions, objective questions which have been given. Now, the following are enshrined in the preamble of the Constitution of India: equality of status and opportunities, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, justice, social, economic, and political, fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual. Okay, this is little doubtful, and unity and integrity of the nation. All right, these all things are given in the preamble of the Constitution, right? So, which one of the following is correct before in which they appear in the preamble? So, we, the people of India, all right, uh, think about the Constitution, the preamble which have been given. We, the people of India, ensures that we give uh, justice, right? Justice, they told the first. So, justice was the first thing: social, economic, and political justice. Thereafter, they went to the liberty, right? And then to equality, then fraternity, and later on they came to the unity of the nation. All right. So 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. This one, I believe, this one. This is how they appear. First, they talked about the justice, right? Justice. Then they went for the liberty of thoughts. Then liberty, equality, then fraternity, right? So this is the then the fraternity. They came to fraternity, and later on they came to the unity. All right, they came to the unity and integrity of the nation. Now, philosophical postulates of the Constitution of India are based on Nehru report, objective resolution of Pandit Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi article on independence and young India of 1922, Indian National Congress resolution to complete independence. So we all know that it was the objective resolution of the Pandit Nehru, which uh, which was the philosophical postulate for the Constitution of India, right? A preamble of the Indian Constitution is not part of the Constitution. Uh, what we have to do in this question? No directive has been given, right? The preamble of the Indian Constitution is non-justiciable and not part of the Constitution. This is wrong. It is part of the nation as per the Keshanandan Bharti case. In the Beriberi case, it was not part of the Constitution. A part of constitution, but it's neither confer any power nor impose any duty, nor can be used in interpretation of other objective of the constitution. Right, a part of constitution and can be used to interpret other provisions of the constitution in case of ambiguity, and a part of constitution that can confers the power and impose duties as any other provision of the constitution. So what can be the answer? I believe. See, it doesn't give any power. Firstly, right, and it is not like that. But it's neither confers any power or impose any duties. So it is not absolute in nature. Any of these. It doesn't confers the power, and it doesn't mean that is not have the power or imposition. Right. It can be any use or interpretation of other provision of the constitution, while 3 is a part of constitution can be used in interpreting other provisions, right? This is more correct. Though your this one is also not bad at all. I won't say it is completely wrong, right? This is somewhere closer to the reality, but its word that it's neither confess the power which has been given, right? Any power or impose any duties, and nor can it be used in interpretation. See, this part is quite correct. The first part, neither confer any power nor impose any duties. So it is, but they have also written that, and nor can it be used in interpretation of other provision of the Constitution. Why? It is not correct. This is the reason. The second reason it is not correct. It is not being correct, given correctly in the Constitution, right? So 3 is the answer, because it can be interpreted in any form. It is part of the constitution, right? Now, which of the following statement is correct? The preamble of the Indian Constitution declares the resolve of the people of India to secure all its citizens the freedom of residence anywhere in the country, the right to establish and register education institute of choice, the liberty of belief, faith, and worship, right to education at primary level. So, what is which one is correct? They said the preamble of the Indian Constitution declared the resolve of the people of India to secure to all its citizens. They have given liberty, right? In the preamble, they have talked about the liberty. They haven't talked about the education institutes, right? They haven't talked about the education at primary level. They haven't talked about the freedom of residence anywhere because it is not written there in the preamble. We are talking about the preamble. We're not talking about the Constitution of India. Fifth one is the term economic justice. Is that means both private and uh, we will give justice based on irrespective of economic status of the preamble resolution of the equal distribution of wealth, economic in the administrative justice, socio-economic resolution, chief justice to the poor. So it will definitely not be correct, right? And thereafter, distribution of wealth. Government doesn't do distribution of wealth. All right, they give the services and the economy in the administrative of justice economy in the administration of justice, no, again not, because in administrative justice there is no work of economy, it is completely based on ethics. So we are left with socio-economic revolution, right? And the list one terms mentioned in preamble implications. The republic means it can state doesn't recognize the okay authority in the will of people. State is free to conduct its own external and internal. Sovereignty comes with four, right? So here everyone is four. All right. Secular means uh, uh, okay. The second secular is second, right? Secular state does not recognize any religion as the state religion. So it's again correct. Democratic means government has authority from the will of people. And republic is that its head will be elected, not a monarch. So A1, B2, C3, D4. A is the answer. Right? Let's move forward. The text of preamble of constitution aims to secure the fundamental rights of all individuals, fundamental duties of citizen of India, dignity of individual and unity integrity of the nation, security of the service to the government servant. So I believe C is the answer. It is the more correct, as the fundamental right is given, of course, but it doesn't have mentioned properly about the fundamental rights there. Though it is the guidance for the making of constitution, right? Fundamental duties of citizen of India, they haven't told about the duty of any nation, right? They have talked about the dignity of individual and unity of India in the preamble. So you must remember that the unity and dignity of nation they have talked about along with the dignity of individual. Now, which of the following words not included in the union of territory? Union of territory led by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in his conclusion speech of the Constitution. So, which of the following which of the following term was not included in the union of territory of B.R. Ambedkar? Right. He talked about the union of Trinity, and it was not flexibility, right? It was liberty, equality, and fraternity. It was equality and liberty, right? Yeah. So this is the answer. He said not included. All right. In the Union Trinity, B.R. Ambedkar, flexibility was not there. They took it from the French Revolution, right? And French Revolution was all about equality, liberty, and fraternity. Now, the words socialist and secular. Socialist came earlier. Secular came was inserted in preamble by the which constitution amendment? It was the 42nd constitution amendment, right? It was the 42nd constitutional amendment. All right, and let's move forward. Uh, the sequence, the sequence in the given terms of mentioned preamble. I've already told you about the SO will come earlier. In the previous lecture, you can see, right? So SO sovereign, socialist, then secular will come, then democratic will come, and later on the republic will come, right? Socialist later on, right? Sovereignty, no, secularism. Yes, yes. Forgive me. Secularism will come in the in the later part of it. Social Socialists will come here, right? And sovereignty will come in the first position. So let's see, sovereignty, sovereignty, democratic. This is wrong. Why? Because democratic is in the second last. One is the answer. Sovereignty, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic. Right? Following this system. Again, the preamble of the Constitution of India is not part of the Constitution. It is wrong. It is part of the Constitution as per the Keshananda Bharti case, indicates the objective to be achieved. It can be correct. And the cannot be amended by the Parliament. It can be amended by the Parliament by Article 365. Right? Am I right or wrong? Just comment me down. And it is a source of authority of the Constitution of India. It is not the source of authority of the Constitution of India, because the source of authority, right? Who is the source of authority of the Constitution? It is the people of India, right? It is the people of India who gives the source of authority to the Constitution. Hence, we are left with second. That is the indicates the objective to be achieved as per the objective resolution of the Nehru. All right. So uh, this 11B. So here answers are also given. You can check it out whether they were correct or not. All right, and practice it out. So thank you everyone for listening, and it was lovely doing questions with you all. And thank you everyone.